What's up, guys? Just want to do a quick little video on these halo headlights I got from RGB halo kits. Show you what they look like. So this is everything you get in the package. You got your halo lights, and you got I believe this is a voltage regulator, and all your wiring. But I'll include a link in the description if any of you guys are interested in these, but I'll kind of show you how they go in the headlight. They go right around here. But anyway, let's get to it. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to take the headlights out. I'm going to take the left headlight of the truck out first. You have a bolt here. Then you have a bolt here. And then I've got to take these out. These are 7mm if you have them, but I've got to get this taken out to get access to the last bolt. Alright guys, as you can see, I got one of the fender flares off. As you can see, no rust. But got a few more little 7mm bolts, and then got a little pop rivet right here, just pops right out. But yeah, if we get to that, should be able to remove it and get access to the last bolt holding the headlight in. Alright guys, finally got that out. Actually ended up being a lot of pop rivets and bolts holding that in, but I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, here's the last bolt we need to get to, and I believe it is a 10mm. Then we get the headlight out. Alright guys, finally got that bolt out, so now the headlight should, shimmy on out. Guys, so I'm actually going to have to remove this little bracket. It's just, let's see, it's three 10mm bolts. Alright guys, as you can see, the bracket's gone. Remove those 3 bolts, so now it should come out pretty easy. Alright guys, it actually rubbed a little bit right here, so when you guys take it out, make sure you kind of try to keep it level so you don't get that rub. Anyway, I'm going to take out these headlights. I think these are C-light, and then I have the I think they're called last fit turn signals, but I'll put a link in the description for those as well. So let's get these out. Guys, I actually forgot to mention these last fit turn signals. They're actually pretty sweet. Super bright when you hit the turn signal, but while you're going down the road, it's clear light LED, and then when you flip your turn signal, it's actually amber, and it is super bright. And the high beam and the low beam, they're actually C-light, and I haven't had any problems out of them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the left headlight is out, and I actually tried to pull this apart, and ended up breaking 2 of the tabs, so 10 out of 10, don't recommend doing that. I'm going to get this other headlight out, go put them in the oven. I know it sounds crazy, but you can look it up. I think it's 200 degrees for 10-15 minutes. And the silicone should be easy enough to just pop right off. So, alright guys, so finally got the headlights taken apart. Like I said, I use this little gadget right here to camera focus, yeah, to kind of pry it out and get it started. And then after that, it's a little nasty, but wasn't too bad. And I'll just put silicone you know, when I put them back together, but make sure you keep up with which one's left and which one's right. But I put these in the oven, and make sure if you put them in the oven, do not sit them on the rack. They will melt. Get, you know, a couple blocks of wood. I used 2 2x6s and cut it in half and put them in there and set the headlights on them so they wouldn't be touching the metal. And don't put them right up top of the right up top at the oven. Put them on the bottom rack. Put your wood down and then set the headlights on top. 10 minutes, 200 degrees. And you know, you just got to pry them open. And then I came over here with a hair dryer and just, you know, just worked where it was hard, and it just peeled right off, super smooth. Alright guys, just wanted to give a quick little 2 tips actually. When you put this thing in the oven, sit it where the lens is facing up and make sure that it's far, you know, set it as low as it can get in the oven. That way it's away from that burner at the top of the oven. That way you just don't have to worry about this melting or just getting too hot. But just make sure that you put the wood down, then put the plastic with this facing upwards, and the plastic won't burn. I had no problems. And second tip, wear these bad boys right here. I didn't think about this at the beginning of the video, but if you don't wear gloves and you got your hands touching on inside here, you're gonna have to clean. Just saves a step, so just wear gloves. That way you don't have to worry about fingerprints and stuff inside of here, because once you seal it back up, that's it. Alright guys, I installed 2 of the halos. The double-sided tape, it's okay, but I used some of this super glue, liquid, anything you got to work, but just put it on the back of the double tape. Kind of helps it hold better, because like I said, once you get these things sealed back, that's a wrap. So make sure they're on there good and firm, and after you get them put on, you're actually going to feed the wire through this right here, this little vent. And yeah, so it's pretty simple. I mean, so let's see what we got to do next. I'm gonna get the other headlight done, put these on, lock tight them with the super glue, and then I'm gonna work on sealing these things back up with some kind of, I don't know if I'm gonna use like a construction adhesive or just some clear silicone or what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll let you guys know when I get there. So on this headlight, I got them fed through, and there was a little tab right there going across the middle to separate it in 2 slots. I just broke it. I cut it with a knife just because this did not want to make it through. So I just cut it, and I'll just put silicone all around it to keep it watertight. But this headlight over here, I don't know why, but this headlight did not come out as the other one did. So this one has actually been a pain. So I've got the headlight right here, and I had to feed the wire. Can't really see, but I had to feed the wire down through here to come out right here. Get a light so you can see. And again, I broke the middle tab off. You know, just cut it. That way that would come through. But yeah, this one was a little bit of a pain, but we got it to work. So keep going. We'll feed the other one down through there, and maybe you can see that little crack. You can't really see, but you just got to feed it down through there, and then feed this one down through there. Alright guys, got both the halos put on, super glued, and let them sit for a little while. As I was telling you, I had to feed the wire. It's a little gap right here. It's hard to see it, but I just fed the wire through there, and it came out here. There's other little vents on here. Like there's one up here at the top, but I just chose that one right beside the turn signal just because it was the easiest to slide through that little gap. But now I'm just gonna kind of clean up around everything. So got a little bit of adhesive right there. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit and get all the fingerprints off. I'm gonna go put some more gloves on. I got some glue on the other glove, so just clean it up and then get ready to silicone it back in and get them installed. Alright guys, I got some glass cleaner and now I'm going to put a bead of this Gorilla heavy duty construction adhesive through here, let it sit, and then I'm going to go over top of that after it's sat, put this flex glue clear. So got to keep it watertight. You know, you don't want any water getting in here, condensation or anything. So I'm going to do that, see what we got. Alright, I put a small bead of the construction adhesive all the way around and put them on there and push them down real good. As you can see, there's still a little bit of a gap, but after this sits for a couple hours, I'm going to put this flex glue all the way around to make sure it's watertight. And then after that, we'll get on to the wiring and the install. Alright guys, I took the flex glue and coated it all the way around, so should be watertight, have no issues with condensation or anything. But I think I'm gonna let this sit for probably overnight, 12, maybe 24 hours probably, just to be safe, and then come back and we'll do the wiring install. Alright, so you got 4 I think these are voltage regulator boxes or something like that, but you get 4 of them, and this end right here is going to plug into your little, you get this wire here, it's 1 wire, and it breaks into 4 for all your attachments, but basically each one of these is going to go to 1 light. Now this right here is actually old, so the reason I'm reinstalling this is my truck was involved in an accident, sitting at a stop sign, dude came across the intersection, got 180'd into my front end. So this is actually an old piece. This is the M7 controller, but if you guys decide to order one, I would just go ahead and get the Bluetooth one. It's a little bit nicer. But I had to splice into this. It did have that, and I cut it and just. But as you can see, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but it's red, green, blue, and then black. But the white, I'm just gonna put some electrical tape over it. You don't need it. Already hooked it up to the truck, make sure it works. We got light. Alright, so I mounted the M7 controller here. If you get your Bluetooth controller where you can control the lights with your phone, you could just mount it here as well, but just zip tied it to the bar that runs over top of the battery. So that's going to hook up to the battery, and then here I had to cut in and wire up the 4-way attachment as I showed in the last clip. So here's all 4. I've got these 2 still hooked up, but let's see, these I ran across the truck and zip tied. Got these over here, and I actually used double-sided Velcro to mount these voltage regulators, and I'll probably put a zip tie on it. Also did one right here because this mounts up like so. But hopefully they'll be out of the way and the lights fit right in. But if I have to move them, I'll move them, and I'll show you guys where I move them. But that's pretty much it. And then, you know, this end hooks into the halo that's in the headlight. So we'll get these get this all hooked up, and then I'm going to put the headlights in, and I'll walk you guys through how to connect or reprogram this thing to the new halos and the new remote. Alright, the right headlight's in. I know this wiring looks like shit right now, but I'm gonna get more zip ties and make it look a little better than this. But yeah, I'll probably just bunch all these up and just make it look a little bit cleaner. But I'm gonna try to get the left headlight in now and get back with you. Alright, as you can see, I got everything zip tied up. Looks a little bit cleaner. Zip tied this. I came down here, zip tied the voltage regulator, and Got the Velcro, double-sided tape Velcro. And then I kind of just tucked the rest of the wire back there, but there's a plenty of ways to wire it. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, can probably make it look a lot cleaner than this, but this is what I did, and gonna get it hooked up and see if it works. Alright, so on the M7 controller, you see right here, there's a little red blinking light, and then right beside it there's it's a little like push to reset or push to program, but all I did was press it, choose this little, the camera will focus, whatever, just use the little screw and just tap it. You can use your finger, toothpick, whatever you want to use to press it, but the light should just stay on. And then what you want to do is you want to, as soon as it does that on the remote, you want to click the power button. Anyway, I'll show you guys what it looks like. And there's several different options. You got red, green, blue, yellow, purple, cyan, I believe that's how it's pronounced, white, and then you can jump from different colors, flash, fade, brightness, up and down, but see what, so there's the LED white, and that one's working too, but let's see what the purple, red looks pretty sweet. I'll probably just use the red and the white, but I'll show you guys the jump feature. Just switches to all the different colors. And then let's see, brightness up. Not sure if you can tell on the camera, but it's pretty bright. But anyway, I also had to put the decal or the badge back on the other side because the dealership I got it from, not the dealership, I'm sorry, the body shop didn't even care to put the badge back on, so I painted it and got it stuck back on, but looks pretty straight, looks pretty good. Then I also got a aftermarket grill I'm gonna install, and I'll probably just show you guys this too. I'm gonna get that installed, and then there's a Chevy emblem in there somewhere, but look pretty sweet when I get done. Alright, so here's the new grill I got. I'll put the link in the description where you can find this grill, but got the little bow tie emblem. It's gonna fit right in there, and just tighten it down on there and get it centered and everything, and then we'll get to the install. Alright, finally getting somewhere with the grill. Those clips down there, they whooped up on me for a little bit. Try to zoom in, you can see what clips I'm talking about. There's 4 of them. There it is. Yeah, they had their way with me for a little bit. I could not get those things to go in, but got to run up here to the local hardware store. The body shop failed to give me the bolts back to hold that in, so gotta make a quick errand and should be done. Alright guys, so just got back from the hardware store, grabbed some bolts. Everything's done, everything's working, so let's check it out. Alright guys, I had to mow my yard, so it's gotten a little bit dark, but as you guys can see, she's done. I think the grill looks really awesome, and I'll put the link where I got it in the bow tie. I mean, you can just Google. It should be pretty easy to find. But yeah, well, it's all done. Truck's a little dirty, but it'll do. I'll get it cleaned up tomorrow. But anyway, that's the video, so I'm gonna kick it into a quick little montage.